Wow, what a way to kick it off. That young man is Thomas Bambara. He is a CMC student. He's a senior in the class of 2020, and he was recently accepted to the New School in New York City. Way to go, Thomas. And that right there is the energy and the joy that we want to share with you all tonight. If we don't know one another, hi, I'm Julie Steinberg, and I'm the executive director of the San Francisco Community Music Center. I cannot thank you all enough for joining us tonight for this really historic, once in a lifetime event that I am thrilled to host for the first time in our 100-year history. I sadly cannot see you all, but let me just say, you look marvelous. I want to thank you for donning your finery or your very finest pajamas, and for sharing your photos with us, and for being here with us in this time. We also hope you're eating well, and I want to give a huge shout out to CMC student Chef Anthony Strong and our neighbors at Prairie for preparing these delicious dinners that I know so many of you are enjoying tonight. And we want to know about you. So tell us where you're from. Where are you watching from in the chat box? I know that we are all Zoom experts now, but remember the chat box is just at the bottom of your screen, and you can use that to chat with us. We want to know all about you. Right now, we have a sea of more than 400 guests from all across the country, and we have so many people to thank and acknowledge, including our longtime funders and supporters. We also know we have lots of new friends with us for the first time. Welcome. We have lots of friends from the field, the community arts field. We're so glad you're here. And we also have our amazing faculty and students and staff members. I am humbled by all you have done to support CMC always, but especially in this moment when we're not able to be together IRL, as the kids say, or in real life. I also want to thank the amazing individuals and sponsors who have supported this event, helping us to raise over $83,000 so far to support the CMC faculty, students, and community who we are working so hard to lift up right now. And tonight and through the end of this campaign, we really need your help more than ever to keep providing the joy, the creativity, and the relief that only the arts can provide. I also want to extend a real heartfelt thank you to those in our community who are on the front lines, and we know that there are a whole lot of you. You are our heroes, and you are making it possible for us to go on and live our lives. We can never properly thank you for all that you're doing, but we are so, so grateful. Tonight, we're going to try to bring through your screens and through your speakers the joy and vibrancy and community that we are known for at CMC. The folks that you'll meet tonight have been truly essential. They've been gathering our students, they've been learning new technologies, they've been the keepers of our community while we are trying to move forward. When we made the incredibly difficult decision to close our physical spaces, we also made a commitment that we would do everything in our power to keep our 120 teachers working and our 3,100 students learning. In a matter of 2 days, thanks to the superhuman efforts of our faculty and our staff, we were up and we were running a virtual music school, supporting our teachers with new resources and our students with the tools they needed to keep learning. In that first week alone, we transitioned nearly 3,000 lessons and classes with learners of all ages and stages on the digital realm. Today, we've retained about 90% of those students, and we are working hard to stay true to our mission of access, trying to diversify our offerings and reach those who are struggling, especially those who are experiencing that technological divide that so many in our community are. We know that things won't be like this forever, but while they are, we are committed to continue to grow and improve and create something that will last and become the new frontier of learning for our community. In our nearly 100 years, CMC has experienced challenges, but with the support of our amazing community, and that's all of you at home, we will not only survive, but we will thrive. And speaking of thriving, I want to introduce our next performers for tonight. CMC has the great fortune to be connected to the Curtis family C Notes. Mama and Papa C Note, Maestro and Nola Curtis, are faculty members at CMC, where they teach group classes and private lessons and a tuition-free older adult choir. And together with their amazing children and CMC students, Niall, Kiki, Phoenix, Isis, and Zahara, they are a truly amazing family band, singing and playing instruments together. And this band plays on some very serious stages, whether you've seen them at the Warriors halftime show in the Chase Center or at the mayor's inauguration in City Hall. You might see them on national television or in the studio. They are in demand. But what you might not know about them is that they are also completely connected to their community here in San Francisco. They're supporting their local food pantry. They are feeding the homeless. They're organizing Christmas caroling. They are constantly checking in on their students and their neighbors. And tonight, we have something super special, a world premiere from the C Notes' new album. Nobody has written it. And as a bonus, they have made a very special video for us. So I'm going to turn it over to them. Enjoy the video, everybody. you so much, C Notes, and welcome to everybody who's just joined us from our little technical hiccup. We're so glad you're here, and you're here just in time because now it is your chance to sing with these amazing musicians. C Notes, are you ready? Yes. All right. Let's all raise our voices in song. Come on, everybody. Let's take it away.
Woohoo! Okay, everybody say hi. Hello. So when you sing Hey Jude, you could even say Hey You. Take a sad song, take this quarantine and make it better. And remember to let love into your heart. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let love into your heart. Then you can start to make it better. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You were made to go out and get her. The minute you let her under your skin, then you begin to make it better. Anytime you feel the pain, ain't you refrain. Don't carry the world upon your shoulders. Well, you know that it's a fool who plays it cool by making this world a little colder. Na 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 na. Back to the beginning. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let love. Remember to let love into your heart. Then you can start to make it better, 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 yeah! Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Hey Jude. Na, 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 na. Sing from your heart. Na, na, na. Hey Jude. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Hey Jude. Last time, give it all you got. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Hey Jude. We heard you. We felt you. Thank you.
Wow. You guys, I hope you heard me. I was singing real loud. I know everybody out in the audience was as well. Thank you so much. Maestro Nola, children, I want to know what this journey has been like for you as parents, as educators, to come into this moment where everything you know about teaching and learning is different. What are the bright spots when you guys gather together?
The brightest moments for me are right now Wednesday evenings. We have our vocal harmony, and it's Wacky Wednesday, and we dress really crazy. And so it might be glasses, wacky glasses. So the craziest glasses, the craziest hats, and we're finding ways to connect with our group classes and stay connected. And a lot of our students live alone, and for them to look forward to our private lessons or a group lesson, that means that connection and community is so important. And the fact that Community Music Center is the bridge for connection, that allows people to connect to their art, which is a part of them, which is a part of life. It has been eye-opening for me because it makes these times make you realize what's really important in life.
From my perspective, I just like to say, my bright moments really, there's so many that it's very hard to pinpoint one, but I will say I think we have the best director in the world in Julie. I think we have the best program director in Sylvia Sherman, who was smart for hiring us.
Good job.
And my colleagues, I think you are the best. You just walking among you and just being around you and your energy and watching you do the things that we love to do because we're passionate about it. Not because we make a lot of money. We do this because we love what we do. We love connecting. It has been such, what's interesting about this whole quarantine situation, it actually has made us a little more intimate with each other because it's made us realize what's important in our lives. And the Community Music Center being almost 100 years old, created by some ladies who had vision. And still today we can look back and say, wow, thank you for what you've given to the world. You've given the world some really awesome food for soul. There's nothing like music. You can't replace it. Although there's been efforts to try, you cannot. And so I just want to say that the bright moments have been just watching people become more conscious through our teachings and connecting with them and realizing what's really important. That's the bright moment in all of this. And I can't wait to get out of this so that I can get a chance to, maybe we can start hugging again.
Yeah. Well, we can't wait for that either. I have to say, you all have been such a bright spot for us leading our weekly Facebook Live sing-alongs. All you've done to support CMC in this moment. Thank you so much. We're proud to be part of your family and to have you as part of ours. We're happy to have all of you here with us tonight in our family. I would love to see you guys give the C Notes some love in the comments. They are amazing. And I just want to say that the support we have seen since we started our broadcast, and hello, welcome to those who just joined us. We're so glad you're here. CMC has raised $6,200 since we started this broadcast. So thank you, donors. Thank you so much. It's super easy to donate tonight. You'll see there's a tiny URL right here, tinyurl.com/donatecmc. There's a link in your chat box. You can also make secure pledges tonight. And heck, if you're feeling inspired, you can even drop your pledge right into that chat box or into that Facebook Live link. You all are incredible. Thank you so much for all you're doing for CMC. And speaking of incredible, I just want to take a quick moment to acknowledge our incredible team. I want to name them: Sylvia, David, Janet, Ann, Michelle, Alenka, Bar, Carolyn, Polly, Andy, Jose, Gabby, Linda, Adriana, Maria, and Moni, Cassandra, and amazing intern Erin. We could not do this without you guys. Thank you for everything you have done in this amazing time. And I'm really excited to get to introduce one of the leaders on my team, Sylvia Sherman, our program director. Sylvia has been right there on our front lines, helping to get this incredible virtual school moving. So Sylvia, thank you. Welcome. And you have a very important person to introduce tonight in Beth, Wilmurt, and our children's chorus, who have historically for almost 30 years been part of our Gala celebration. So Sylvia, over to you.
Thank you so much, Julie. It's so great to be here with all of you. And thank you to everyone for being part of this event. It's really exciting to be able to come together in different kinds of ways. And before we jump into our children's chorus presentation with our fabulous Beth, I just want to echo what both Julie and Maestro Nola have talked about this amazing transition to online teaching and learning. Really, I think one of the things that really helped us to have the success that we've had has been the tremendous clarity and conviction, knowing that music plays such an important role in our lives, and knowing that it can play a special role at this moment. And we see it in the lives of our students, whether it's a 9-year-old who's learning something new that is inspiring for her in this time each week in her lesson, or whether it's an older adult choir member who is reconnecting with their community in a Zoom choir session, which we are starting now for older adults. And not only are they connecting with their directors and singing music together, but also hearing what each other needs, so that in that way that they connect in real life to help each other with groceries or with sickness or whatever it is, that's happening in real time on Zoom with our older adult choirs. And those stories just go on, multiplied by almost 3,000, and that is our community right now. And so I feel very fortunate to have been part of this process, and really grateful to our faculty and to our staff who really propped up that conviction of the importance of music by all of that painstaking work to not only email but to phone call each one of our students to see how they're doing, how they wanted to participate in this phase musically, and then supporting them with the tools to make that transition. So thank you, everyone. And with that, we'll go to our children's chorus, which is a great example of community connection in this time. As Julie mentioned, our children's chorus is one of our tuition-free programs. It's for 8 to 12-year-olds. Often it's their first experience in music, and it's led by our wonderful Beth, who we are going to speak with in just a minute. But Beth has been really creative at adapting the choir community in a couple of different ways, by sharing videos for the kids to practice and sing along with at home, and then also now we're doing the Zoom rehearsals. So let's get a little glimpse at what they've been doing.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. Sylvia.
Hi. Groove and team and Beth and Adriana.
Okay, well, let's start. Shake out your face. Sing with me, and you can harmonize if you want. I've got peace, love, joy like a river ocean high. I got peace, love, and joy like a river ocean high. I got peace, love, and joy like a river ocean high in my soul. Soul.
I love the flowers, I love the daffodils, I love the mountains, I love the rolling hills, I love the firelight when all the lights are low. Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada. Sing aloud, sing aloud, sing aloud, sing aloud, and just sing la 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 la. If you don't know the song, you'll quickly learn the music. You'll find yourself a word, 'cause when we sing together, we'll be heard.
Well, thank you, everybody. I've missed you, so it's very nice to see you, to hear your voices. And, sing every day, okay? Who can promise me that? Sing every day. Don't miss a day. Have a nice evening. See you.
Bye.
Bye, friends.
Bye, Beth.
Bye.
Amazing. So here's Beth Wilmurt, our wonderful children's chorus choir director. And Beth, you play an important role at Community Music Center. Not only do you lead the children's chorus, you also direct 4 older adult choirs in different neighborhoods around the city, including at St. Anthony's Dining Room. You teach private lessons. You, I'm sure, you teach in our schools program. So, wow, you're all over the place. What has it been like for you to try and keep your musical community together with your students during this time? And what's been kind of important about that connection during this time?
Thank you, Sylvia. Gosh, that was so fun to see that video. It's moving to me, and it's been so important, not only I think for the students, but for me to get to connect with the students, I think. And as I have been thinking about what this is meant to me and them, I've kind of stumbled upon a very basic thing, which is that music is like a balm or a salve or a system calmer. And certainly all our kind of temperatures were starting to rise, and stresses were kind of building. And with all the technological hurdles and the transitioning. And of course, on a cellular level, I understood the music must go on, and we're gonna move forward, or we're gonna make this work. And but it really wasn't until, so I got my internet. I finally have internet after all these years. I've never had internet, and I'm learning how to use my computer for the first time, it felt like, and I'm all this stuff. But it wasn't until I started to make the video, and then I started to sing the song, that all those stresses started to kind of, go away, and the joy started to rise up and emanate. And I thought, oh yeah, that's exactly why we do it, and what I think, especially for the children, we're offering. And I see it every day. Every time we have a regular choir, I see a kid come in, and maybe they're a little stressed from their day, and I watch the whole arc, the whole process happen, of them kind of relax, hear the intro on the piano, drop everything, start to sing, and then relax, and then the joy starts to come, and then they kind of leave after that hour and a half, with a little spring in their step. And I think it's why I've been doing this for 20 years, because there's never been a day where I haven't watched that arc. And I'm still observing it, even with this kind of social distancing. So I love all my students out there. Thank you for helping me, for calming me. And thank you, CMC, for all the support.
Thank you, Beth.
Thank you so much, Beth. I have to say, getting to see the videos and the kids come together every week is one of the bright spots of my week. And I know that for the kids, it is as well. As Sylvia mentioned, our children's chorus is one of many signature tuition-free programs that we offer. Each year, CMC offers over $2.4 million of direct financial aid to our students, and that is made possible by you all. So thank you so much for your generosity tonight. I have the great pleasure of telling you we have raised almost another $6,000 since my last update. So you guys are amazing. Thank you. For those of you who want to make a gift tonight, it's really easy to do so. You can just copy and paste that link that's in the chat box. You can email a pledge. That information is in the chat box as well. And again, if you are feeling bold, you just drop your pledge right in there tonight. And every dollar that we raise is going to help CMC keep moving forward in this difficult time, be sustainable. And we just couldn't do it without you. So thank you so much. And while we're on the topic of tuition-free programs, we're going to talk a little bit about our Teen Jazz program, and our leader of our Teen Jazz program, the one and only Mr. Marcus Shelby, is with us tonight. We are so lucky to have Marcus as a faculty member at CMC, and he's done some amazing things with our students. He's also the winner, and we can't wait to present it to him next year, of our Gertrude Field Community Impact Awards. So Sylvia, Marcus, take it away.
Well, Marcus, hey, how are you doing? It's so nice to see you in this new context. But as Julie mentioned, we are so lucky and so fortunate to have you teaching at Community Music Center with your talent, your experience, your creativity. And we see it that reflected back at you, really, from your students, who are so excited when they come in. As Julie mentioned, the Teen Jazz Orchestra has been running for a number of years now. Marcus has been with us for 7 years. Thomas, who opened the show, is one of our outgoing seniors who plays with Teen Jazz. And Marcus, I wonder if you might just shed a little insight on kind of the magic that is Teen Jazz. We see the kids come in, they come in early, they're excited, they set up, they start playing before class starts, they, go through class with you, all 20 of them, and then they keep playing after classes even officially ended. And what is it that, how do you approach class to kind of instill that love of jazz, the love of music, to be the best that they can be individually and together as a group? Can you share a little bit about how you approach the group, both in regular times and now that we've been in shelter in place?
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and good to see everybody. And first thing I have to say is I feel like I'm the lucky one to work at the school, to work with these kids, to see them come every Tuesday and do exactly what you say, because you can only hope for that, but it's been sort of the way things have been, since we started with the program. We started the program 7 years ago. I think we had maybe 5 kids, and 2 of them were mine. And so we were very small, but we were ambitious. And I think, to answer your question, where's that joy come from? Where's that energy and that sort of looking forward to class, is because I think in the beginning, and it wasn't just me, it was really the school, your support, the leadership at the time, and how that's even continued on a whole nother level to where we are now. But the belief that this program could grow. Now we have 16, 17, 18 kids. And I think at the beginning we wanted to build a culture. I mean, this has really nothing to do about music and everything to do about music, because we've been using music to build that culture. The first thing is to respect each other. The second thing is to really kind of support each other and to think about how we can all grow by supporting each other and being each other's sort of, being part of that journey that we all have. If you're an older musician, look out for the younger musicians. And so we do a lot of coaching that way, in a way that I'm always asking them, show them that fingering on the saxophone or on the trumpet or on the trombone or the piano. So we're building mentorship. And I think that is why people want to get there and they want to play, and you see some of the cats want to stay afterwards. But I'm thankful because it starts from the top of this organization, of what we're allowed to do and how we're able to apply our experience and our approaches, and having the freedom to do that. And so when you asked me 7 years ago, did I know anyone who would be interested in leading a teenage ensemble, I've told you this many times, was a little insulted that you didn't ask if I would like to do it, because when you asked me, I'm like, well, I'd like to do this. This sounds like a good opportunity in the neighborhood, a free program that we can build, that we can be ambitious. And we've done some great things, as you know, in those past 7 years, from playing at the Super Bowl to, more importantly, working in the community, playing for some of the neighborhood organizations. And now thinking about the future, because these kids are our future. And we're already planning on what we're going to do when this is over with, and how we can take these experiences and channel it into music, and to be able to kind of think about a better future. So we're thankful for the support that we're getting, because it's going to allow us to continue to do that.
Thank you. Thank you. That's the kind of creative thinking that you bring as a composer, as a band leader, as a musician, as a dedicated community activist, to this ensemble. So thank you for that. I think you've developed a little musical sharing for us. Is that true? Are you going to be able to play a little something for us? And if so, what will that be?
Well, yes. If the original plan was I was going to have my big band. I was going to have the teenage big band was working on a piece. But one of the things I've learned now in my 30 years of playing this music professionally, and in my 23 years of being a big band leader, is you got to be ready. And Maestro knows this. You got to be ready to go on, whether you have a big band and no one shows up, and it's just you and your bass, and you still got to be able to sort of hold the stage. So what I would like to share today is something that has been a big part of our process in the Teenage Big Band. It's really kind of using our foundation, the blues, spirituals, work songs, freedom songs, as a pushing off point of playing the bebop or the extended compositions or the original compositions that we've been doing. So just quickly, I just like to share a spiritual work song and probably another spiritual to end with. And I think I got my bass back there, so here we go. Thank you all.
Oh, Marcus, you are amazing and so full of grace. And I can't wait to give you that award in person next year. Thank you so much for sharing your gifts and your leadership with us. I am speechless. And I am truly also speechless because of the generosity of everybody at home. Since we last spoke, we've raised almost $10,000. And that means for us that so many more students are going to be able to stay connected to CMC right now, stay connected to their teachers like Marcus, like Maestro, like Nola, like Beth. And you all are making that happen. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Yes. Remember, everybody, donating is easy. That link is in the chat box. You can email Bar Davis and give her your pledge tonight. You can even pledge right in the comments. So thank you all so much. We are on a roll. We are more than 60% of the way to our goal and over $100,000. So thank you, team. Thank you so much. And I got word through throughout our broadcast tonight that we have something special right now. We have a $5,000 challenge, a match. So for those of you watching at home tonight, if you feel like you can donate, your dollars will be doubled right now. So between now and midnight, for every dollar we raise, we will be matched up to $5,000. So please, please, if you can, consider donating to support our tuition-free programs, our students, and our faculty. You are so appreciated. Thank you. And we've got great leaders in Marcus, and I have the great pleasure of introducing a couple of other amazing leaders right now. They're following in the footsteps of our founder, Gertrude Field, Barbara Kosnar, our board president, and Debbie Chinn, who is on our board of directors, are going to share a little bit of their perspective with us. So Barbara and Debbie, welcome, and thank you for all you've done to support CMC during this time.
So we're so delighted to be following on the Marcus Shelby and to be on the same bill with the C notes. This is just a great evening shared with over 400 people. So it's good to see everybody. I think that a lot of people may not know that San Francisco Community Music Center, the founding board members were comprised of some of San Francisco's first families, Mrs. Mortimer Fleischacker, Mrs. I.W. Hellman Jr., and Miss Jessie Lilienthal. You see these names all over. Today's board continues to be represented by civic leaders and activists still. There's a very strong through line, and now led by Barbara Kosnar, our esteemed board president. Barbara, I think a lot of people may not know that our board comprises a lot of our singers and a lot of alums of CMC. You yourself are included in there. What makes this so special? I think a certain characteristic of the board, would you say?
Well, hi, Debbie, and hi to everyone. I'm Barbara Kosnar, board president. As far as our board, I think it's kind of a unique organization. I first came to CMC as a student. I was an adult student. I hadn't played the piano for 25 years, and I decided it was time. After getting to know the community and getting to know leadership of CMC, I eventually was asked to join the board, and it was my honor. I'm not alone in being a student on the board. Several of us are students or former students. A couple of my fellow board members are parents of students and alums, and we have a few professional musicians on the board as well. So it's a great group, and I think having so many artists and musicians together on our board gives us a deeper understanding of just of the importance of music in people's lives, and also an appreciation of the role of creative artists in our community.
Definitely, and I think that at some point we might be able to stand back and think that somebody who performed today, one of the students, may one day be a board member of CMC in a couple of years or maybe a decade from now. But certainly it's a board of real hands-on practitioners, and there's a wonderful heart and soul about this board that it's just a great energy, and we're so proud to steward this. As was mentioned earlier, Community Music Center was founded by Gertrude Field in 1921. And you think about 1921 and how much CMC has gone through and the world has gone through with the Great Depression, with World War II, with Vietnam War, and all kinds of adversities. Yet Community Music Center has stayed very strong and very resilient. What does that say about the board? What is it about the CMC board, and what is the characteristic of what has guided this organization through some really tough headwinds?
Well, you're right, Debbie. And I think part of it is that CMC is not just a place. It's not just a building, it's a community, and it's an idea. The people we serve and the people who work and teach there, I think, form that community. And as far as our idea of the importance of music, I would say our guiding principle is that music is a right and not a privilege. And that idea makes our community both persistent and resilient, and especially in times like this. I have to say, I was absolutely floored when I found out that we took 2 days to adapt ourselves to teaching remotely. I mean, that really was a surprise, and just a joy, really, because we can continue to do what we have always done. And the fact that our students have stuck with us through these times, very heartening.
We're getting a lot of support from the community, and this $5,000 match is wonderful. So we really hope that people will take advantage of that. What can we do to reassure our neighbors, our constituents, our donors about how we steward this organization? And we take stewardship of the art, of the music, of the students, of scholarship very seriously at CMC. As board members, we are very dedicated to making sure that this organization stays as sturdy as ever. Tell everybody a little bit about what the board is doing to get us through these very tough times, this pandemic time, that ties into the characteristic and what is in the DNA of our organization.
Yeah, that's right. I personally feel the support of every single board member. I've reached out to almost all of our board members during this time. They're working extra hard during this crisis. For instance, some of our committees, the Finance Committee, we're meeting every single week. The Development Committee worked overtime to put this gala together, and as soon as they're done, they're going to be starting on putting together a virtual field day. So they really have their work cut out for them. I would say that our board is just fully committed to assuring that our students are still learning, that we continue to employ artists, and that we're going to be here for the next 100 years.
There's a certain power and urgency of music as ever. We know that music can move a man to tears, and it can move an entire nation towards a movement. But there's now more than ever, music is so needed in these troubling times. I think that those of you who are thinking of making a donation or have made a donation, yes, music is our birthright, but I think it's a great investment. An investment in the Community Music Center is, today and every day, it's a better investment in the stock market. You get a lot of return on these investments here in ways that are so immeasurable and so important. Why is the Community Music Center relevant now and always? Why should people care about this organization?
I think that music is a basic part of our humanity, and our aim and our mission since we were founded, and that continues till today, is to make music available to everyone. And that's regardless of age, regardless of ability. We want everyone to have the joy of hands-on music making. I want to say something else, and this is something that's come up during this crisis that has been part of our mission all along, but I think we never really focused on it per se. And that is that we all know the struggle of working artists during this time of sheltering in place. And the fact that we are able to continue to employ our staff, many of whom are musicians, and our faculty, all of whom are professional musicians, that they have work they can do. We continue to pay them and to provide benefits for them. We also have grant programs for our faculty that are continuing. I am just really grateful that in these times, we can still do that.
That's a good point. And I think this is a great way to make sure that we still get the donations that are still coming in, and to thank everybody for their support so far. Truly, the investment in artists and musicians and scholarship programs is a key part of this organization. So we thank everybody for all their support. There's still a lot of work still to do, and I think we want to turn it over to Julie, that has a far more fetching face than I do, so you can enjoy seeing her face than mine. So let's turn it back to Julie, and let's just get this to the finish line, shall we?
Oh, Debbie, you're too kind. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Debbie, so much. Those words are so inspiring. It's so good to know that all of the leadership at CMC are committed to the sustainability of this organization, and we are here to endure. And we are here to endure because of all of you out there tonight. Thank you all so much for what you have done. Tonight, we are over $105,000 raised for this event, and we've got another $5,000 to come in if we can meet our goals. So thank you so much, everyone. We're going to keep up this campaign. For those of you who are thinking about where your support will make the biggest difference, right now we are focused on supporting artists. For those of you who have a significant gift at $10,000, that means you'd underwrite a quarter of our faculty departmental salaries, as well as training and equipment for those artists. Those of you who are able to consider a $5,000 gift would help to bring together our community in song, underwriting one of our tuition-free choral programs, a year of lessons, remote technology, all the way through expanding our reach through our free online programs right now, as well as instrument rentals and scholarships for lessons. We really need your support. So please, if you can, visit that link, make a pledge tonight, or even just donate right now through our chat box. We appreciate you, and we are so close to our goal. So thank you for your support. I also want to make sure that tonight we say thank you to a lot of people who have helped us so much to be successful tonight, as we had to quickly evolve our event to be here with you online. The first folks I want to thank are our amazing Gala committee. Our chair, Sharon Cito, she knows no bounds. Thank you so much, Sharon, and to our honorary chair, Jerry Dodson. Thank you. Also want to thank Lauren Erickson, Alexandra Armantrading, and the one and only Robin Sutherland. We so appreciate you. Our team, our development committee, thank you all so much. We have amazing sponsors. Please check them out. And we will certainly share this information with you after tonight's event. But I think that we've all been sitting long enough. I think it is time to get up and move, to get up and dance. I can see you all getting off your couches right now. I can. I want to introduce Luna Alonso. Luna is a CMC alum. She's also a student right now in our Cuban Charanga ensemble led by Traeger Otten. So I want you all to get ready to salsa the night away. We've got a playlist for you in our chat. But right now, get on up, stand on up, get ready to move. Luna is going to lead you through a live salsa lesson.
Hello everyone, my name is Luna. I play the cello and I am in the Community Music Center's Afro-Cuban Charanga Ensemble on Wednesdays with Traeger. I'm really excited to be a part of the virtual Spring Gala, and we are going to be doing some dancing. So I want to teach a little bit of the basics for salsa and son. So here we go. All right, so let's get started. So first we are going to have our counting on point. So we are going to be counting to 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to leave out 4 and 8. That's going to be like a break. So that's going to form our main basic rhythm in salsa, which we are going to be applying to our feet. So we'll start by just clapping that out. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7. Try to remember that rhythm in your head the whole time. Once you think you got it, try to apply that to your feet. So I'm going to turn around so you can see me, see my feet a little bit easier. And you're just going to walk, so alternating feet, but in that rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Again, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. In salsa, we're usually split up between followers and leads. So if you are a follower, you're usually going to be starting with your right foot on 1. If you're a lead, you're going to be starting with your left foot on 1. So choose whichever one you want to do. And you're going to do that same rhythm. So again, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Once you have that, you want to focus on a couple parts of your body. You want your hips to be loose and your shoulders to be loose so that you can have more movement and engage more. So here and here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Eso. So one more body part we will want to think about is our arms. We don't want them too loose and everywhere, but we don't want them tight either. So you're going to keep your shoulders and your arms loose, but not all the way down to your sides. Imagine like you're walking. You have your arms up a little bit. Your elbows are going to be painting little circles. So you want to have them, give them a little bit of movement while you're dancing. So, shoulders relaxed, elbows moving a little bit, and hips relaxed so that they're also moving. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. So, we're going to be beginning to put together a few of these things into a short choreography. So even before we do that, a good way to gauge the music and make sure we're feeling the beat and we can find those counts is by just swaying. So we can count this in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right when we're starting with the music, I always like to sway a little bit to the right, to the left. Once we got it, we start hearing the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So when we put this, let's start making a little choreography. We're going to count to 4, 2 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do 2 8 counts. With our walking in place, caminando, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Again, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. The next thing we're going to do is what's called a mambo. Oh, we're going to do a basic first. So, after we're walking in place, we're going to do a basic step. So, if you are a follower, you are starting with your right foot on 1. If you are a leader, you're starting with your left foot on 1. So, followers will take a step back. 1, 2, 3, and forward. 5, 6, return. Leaders will take a step forward on 1. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, return. Okay, one more time. Followers. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, return. Leads. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, return. So we're going to add that that's part 3 of our choreography. So we're gonna do 2 4 counts. We're listening to the music. Can add whatever upper body thing you want to do. Okay, so 2 4 counts. Caminando. 1 2 3 5 6 7. 1 2 3 5 6 7. Basic. Followers moving back and leaders moving forward. Ready? We're going to do 2 8 counts. 1 2 3 5 6 7. Again. 1 2 3 5 6 7. Eso. Those are our 3 moves. Now we're going to add one more. So the 4th one is one I like to do. It's called the mambo. So the mambo, what's important is that your weight is a little bit, centered, but you are doing a tap, a toe tap. So not with your whole foot, but with your toe. So toe and return, toe, return, toe, return, toe, return. So we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we just want to remember that our weight is not on our toe. Our weight stays centered here, and our toe, we have a toe tap and then back. Tap, tap. So there are 8 taps. Tap, 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 tap. If you are a follower, you're going to be starting on your right foot. If you are a lead, you're going to be starting on your left foot. Okay, so one more time. Tap, 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 tap. The important thing here is hips, relax hips, so that they have movement. And then, once you have that, the mambo, you usually use upper body. So you have a bit of a chest movement where your shoulders are moving back and your chest is out a little bit. So you can do this movement. See. And also, if you want to add more, you add your arms. So, opposites. When you move your right foot forward, you move your left arm up. Left foot forward, right arm up. I've seen some different things, but essentially, you want to have your opposite arm. The arm that's opposite to your leg. Ba, 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 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's put that all together. So, first, we are going to do our 2 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Caminando. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Basic. Back if you're follower. Forward if you're lead. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now mambo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eso. Okay, so now we have 4 moves, and then just to make it a little bit more fun, once you do those, once you made it through the whole choreography, you're going to repeat again, but you're going to do a bit of a rotate, just like the electric slide. Okay, so first wall, and you're going to be rotating walls. Okay, let's do that to some music. Okay, so now let's do our choreography with the music. We have 4 parts to remember, so here we go.
Tengo recuerdos, siento sueño, es ver de nuevo todo a mi alrededor.
Okay,
Tanto que
so you're going to start by moving a little bit.
hemos vivido.
Leave it however you want, suelto.
Que lo sé yo. No quiero llegar, entonces no entrar. Todo lo que quiero eres tú.
Okay, Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. In place. Caminando. Basic. Again, basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eso. Again. Caminando. And basic. Mambo. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Caminando. Basic. Y mambo. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basic. Basic. Ahora mambo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eso. Alright, so we did salsa. Now for another challenge, we have a different genre which precedes salsa, which is called son. And a lot of the music that we play with the charanga ensemble is a son. So we are going to go over those basic steps, which are a little bit different. So we are going to count it in 4, and the big trick is that we are going to freeze on the 1. So again, we're going to clap it out first. So we're going to count to 4, but we're going to clap only on 2, 3, and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can probably tell, that's one of the main differences between salsa or salsa cubana and son. Because with salsa, we step on the 1. With son, we don't. We stay still. So, once we have that, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to use that same rhythm with our feet. So first, we can just start walking in that same rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It sounds easy, but it's actually one of the hardest things for most people. So that's what we need to keep in mind, that we are always freezing on the 1. Okay, so when we start and we hear the 1 in the music, we're going to freeze, and then we're going to step 2, 3, 4. Once you have that count, you want to remember a few things with our feet. Our feet are going to stay pretty close together, and the accent is on the 4. So, 1, 2, it's almost a slide backwards. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. My feet are actually angling, so they're almost like a V. Okay, so the 2 is almost a slide back towards my other foot. 3, I'm barely lifting my foot. So it's more like a heel. So very minimal. 1, 2, 3, again with right, 4. Now the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Otra vez. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. If that seems manageable, we can start to travel a little bit around the room. Instead of staying right in the same place, you can travel in a slow circle, moving around a little bit. You add a little sway of bajeo.
Oh, Luna, thank you so much. Mwah, to you as well. That was so beautiful. We so loved moving around. I learned I'm not a very good dancer, but I'm a very eager dancer. So thank you, Luna. And thank you to all of you tonight who have joined us. This has meant the world to us to be able to create this brand new moment for CMC Online, and for all of you for sticking with us. We sincerely appreciate it. We have done some big work together tonight. We have raised over $112,000. So thank you all. That's not possible without you. A reminder that our match has been met, but we're going to keep raising money for our campaign. So thank you for all you're able to do. And I also thank you to everyone who participated. We're going to have some awesome salsa music coming up. Click that link for your playlist if you want to keep dancing the night away. And finally, I'd like to raise a toast to everyone tonight. It's from one of my favorite things that Winnie the Pooh ever had to say. I've modified it a little for tonight, but if ever there comes a day when we can't be together, keep CMC in your heart and it'll stay there forever. Thank you all for keeping CMC in your heart. We're so grateful. Good night.